Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start, and we're about to start now, in any seconds from now. All right, for those of you who have been able to reach us quickly, I want to welcome all of you here. As a starting point, what we want to do is to go straight to watching a video, and then we'll come back and then we'll discuss something very, very soon. So please remind your friends and families and co-workers and acquaintances and neighbors and everyone you know, tell them that we are live. We are about to listen to an intercontinental ballistic Kosovoic atomic Ukrainian bomb. Things that will elevate your mental gymnastics, things that will elevate your mental consciousness, things that will help you to reach the upper echelons of your Rubicon. So please just remind everyone as we watch this important video that will set the scene of what we have now in store for us. Please watch this video as we use the rest to welcome several people that we are going to invite. Let's watch this.
Africa woman, Obapa me on your man. Take the whole world, oh, you're number one. Yeah, I pass here in Syria, then to pass here. As a mother, I will tell you, I'm a fan of one. The body tougher, resign the pancasa. I said, Petia, Benyas of 48, seeing is believing if you don't know, as your mom. God is like a God. That's my song. You're best in my, best in my, best in my head. You're best in my, best in my, best in my home. You're best in my, best in my, best in my head. You're best in my, best in my, best in my home. Right on arrival, me a survival. My strong woman, I get my power. To they wonder, as they wonder, as I they conquer. You're best in my, best in my, best in my head. You're best in my, best in my, best in my home. You're best in my, best in my, best in my head. You're best in my, best in my, best in my home. Obahima, media do my didn't see a major me crown. Yeah, or don't want, which I'm a buffon pa, me and no go frown. Sometimes it's feelings, so sometimes so it's a pity and silly. Bad time, yeah, time, yummy time. Yeah, no, my kind, you may any problem. You're poor, now what I dare to promo and no, you need program. And what for one hour, somebody, so better. Oh, yeah, by any car, it didn't have so face like Bill, and I'm so. Can you come in? I don't mind. But I hear you for an American. The family swinging, I no lie. You say you have that, and see me. Imboda, Minkasa, and yes, I'm in Fata, or Bessima Muchino. Yo, I share the vision. I know my mission. I get direction, no more confusion. I get the reason, follow precaution. To get the action to my destination. You're best in my, best in my, best in my head.
One night, after staying back late at his clinic doing admin, Dr. Tom was buried alive by patient notes. It was that exact moment that Tom...
Seeing is believing. If you don't know, ask your mom. God is like a God. That's my song. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home. Right on arrival, me a survivor. My strong woman, I get my power. Some they ponder, some too they wonder. As they wonder, as I they conquer, yeah. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home. Oba hima, media do my didn't see a major me crown. Yeah, or don't qua, which I'm a buffon pa, me and no go frown. Sometimes it's feelings, so sometimes so it's a pity and silly. Bad time, yeah, time, every time. Yeah, no matter time, you may and your problem. Your poor, now one idea to grow one, no, you program. And what for one of our some baby, some better. Oh, yeah, by any kind, and I'm so face like Bill, and I'm so. Can you come in? I don't mind. But I hear the point I'm in. The family soon, I no lie. You say you have that, and soon I'm in Boda, Minkasa, and yes, I'm in Fata, or best in my book. Yo, I share the vision. I know my mission. I get direction, no more confusion. I get the reason, follow precaution. To get the action to my destination. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home. Seeing is believing. If you don't know, ask your mom. God is like a God. That's my song. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home. Your best in my, best in my, best in my head. Your best in my, best in my, best in my home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big welcome to all of you. If you watch the video, let me know. Let me know if you really watch the video. Let me use this as a way to welcome you. If you watch the video, please just type video. Just type yes. Type video. Type yes. Okay, so that I will know that you really tell me what you enjoy from the video. The speaker, the singer, the actor, the actress, all of that, okay, that you saw was the person right in the studio with us. Ladies and gentlemen, you never know. We have some talented people really, really here who have demonstrated that they are versatile. I have one and only Rita Ofenyako. She is a supreme Madagascar. That's what I'll put it. A supreme Madagascar. And you're going to listen to her. But before we start with that, I want to share some little thoughts with all of you here, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Dr. KOA. I am the double diamond of GotBackUp University. I'm one of the board of directors. I'm also a lecturer and a professor in 4 universities in artificial intelligence and cloud storage. I lead the GotBackUp arena in the African continent, and I'm telling you, for those that will take it to their heart, they will machine gun a lot of, enemy combatants. For those of you who are probably not aware, GotBackUp has introduced an artificial intelligence 24/7 autopilot game. And this game is changing the way you run your business. The more reason why everyone is supposed to fly in this project. Now, the second thing is that we are in the month of June, in the middle of the thick forest of the year. Halfway into the year, 2 things will come into the mind of people. One, you can look how far you have come from January to now, and then you can give up. See, there are 2 ways that make people give up. One, they look at how far they have to go, and they say that it's too much. They give up. And others look at how far they have come, and they tell them, no, I can't leave it all the way. I have worked all these while up until now. I will not let it all go down the drain. And they push on. But the interesting thing is that the distance to go back and the distance to push on is the same. It's the same distance. So whether you move on till the end of the year or you move backward, you are still going to take the same distance. In other words, the same energy it takes a person to be broke is the same energy it would take the person to be wealthy. So the question now becomes, which energy should I spend? And that is the key. Ladies and gentlemen, June is the month where we are halfway, and if there is any time we can prove something, it is this month. Also, the dollar has depreciated all the way to the extent that now the amount of money one can start GotBackUp is 1,350 approximately. 1,350 Ghana cedis for a whole year. If that money is so expensive to somebody, please leave the person. Don't force the person. Don't bargain with the person. A whole year, not even a month, but a whole year. If a person is actually complaining of that, that person is not ready. I'm telling you, he's not ready. He's not ready. Leave that person and move on, because there are other people hungry, waiting, praying to God that you will give them the opportunity that you currently have in your hand. If somebody feels that 1,350 is too expensive, the person is not ready to accept the manna from God. Leave that person. And you should have a positive mind that anybody that says that is not ready, is lazy, he's not willing to take an advantage of his advantage. If you sympathize with that person, then you too, you have a problem. Because 1,350 Ghana cedis is not too much. People can spend that on 3 mobile phones. People can spend more than that on mobile phone, 3 times that on mobile phone, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times that. When asked of the price of iPhone 11 Pro, and you will see that people are spending way more than that. And that is why we are at the time when anybody who really wants can do this business. And therefore, we don't want to waste time on those that are wasting our time. We were going to use the AI system to move on. Now, let me go to my guest. My guest is Rita Ofe Nyako. For those of you who don't know, she became gold just yesterday. Okay, so please, I wish that you congratulate her for me. Please give her some love. Give her some love. Give her some love. Give her some love. Give her some. If you are here and you are not pumping something, you are not typing something, you are not saying anything, then please, okay, something is wrong in the house. So you want to be able to congratulate the person in front of her. She is a strong powerhouse, and you're going to listen to that. Okay? And you're going to learn some things from her. So, Rita, let me just ask you right now, you can unmute yourself, by the way. I was having a chat with you.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that you have children. So let's start with how many children you have.
I have 4 amazing children, 3 girls and a boy. The boy is the last.
How old are the eldest and the youngest?
The eldest is 12 and the youngest is 5. He will turn 6 this month. Yes.
So you have 6 years, 12 years, and in between you have other years, and you are taking
Yes.
care of all these 4 children. How can you
Yes.
combine that together with your business that you've been doing? How do you do that?
Great. It's 4 kids, 12 and up to 12 in between and 6 as the last, with no help. I don't have a house help or support or anybody. It's me and
Mm,
them like that. We are managing ourselves. So it's not easy, it's tough. But how do I do it? I think GotBackUp has been one thing that I will always be thankful for,
mm.
because the knowledge I have acquired here has helped me to manage time very effectively.
Okay, Rita, when you say the knowledge you have acquired here has helped you manage time, I want to understand. So, are you saying that you couldn't have managed time properly if it wasn't the knowledge you are getting?
I was managing time, but the effectiveness of it to get productive things done was
Mm,
better when I came to GotBackUp, because I was in a position where there were taxes that were given and there were timelines for the taxes to be done.
okay.
And it was at a point that you cannot give an excuse. You just have to execute your own part of the tax, because everybody's tax has a link with another person. So if
Okay,
you
when you
don't
say
do,
tax, be clear. What do you mean there?
for instance, when we were planning the Go Back Up maiden conference,
Mm-hmm.
it was a team of leaders, and we have specific activities assigned to us. And
Mm-hmm.
your activity has a link with another person's activity. So there
Mm-hmm.
was no way you can come and give an excuse that you could not finish yours, because if yours is not done, someone
Mm,
else's own cannot go on. And
mm,
it pushed you, regardless of the situation, to work at it. And that
mm,
was something initially I wouldn't have done. Like I could have find a good excuse. Say, oh, something came up, and because of that, I can. But it was like you are in a situation where you just have to produce, give the results. And
mm,
when we're
mm,
able to execute that project in a way that was so beautiful, then I realized, oh, so it's that possible to just do it and not
mm,
to just sit back and complain, and just to give an excuse of what couldn't happen and why you couldn't do it. So from that day, I started learning, but it didn't come just like that. It was
mm,
gradually. So sometimes I would try it, I wouldn't be able to work it out, and then I will drop a bit, and then I'll come back. It kept getting better and better. So along the line, I realized that I even need to start instilling that into the children. So the activities that we have to do in the house were so many, and most of them I will have to do it. So now I started training them. For instance, the washing that is done, we use the washing machine. I use the washing machine. Then I taught them how to dry the things on the line, how to remove them and fold them, how to pack them into the wardrobe. So at the end of the day, that part of the work was delegated
mm.
to them. And because that was out, the tax for the day was supposed to be
So,
accomplished. And
so
I made
Rita, let
it.
me see that. So you are doing house woman's work, oh, in the
Yeah,
house with 4 children, but that part is where people don't see. They don't see that. All they see is Obasima, Obasima, Obasima. Meanwhile, you have 4 children that
yeah,
you are working with every single day behind the scene. That must be
yes,
added to the work that you
yes.
are doing. Okay,
It's
a lot of people didn't even know that you were gold. A lot of people thought that you are platinum, sapphire, diamond.
yes,
And all
yes.
this while, even though you were not gold, how were you coping? How can you be coping and be training and be doing all of these things and still you weren't gold?
Great, thank you. You see, you have to see it, you have to live it before it happens. I
Mm,
wasn't gold, but I knew I would be gold. And therefore, the time that I was lapsing behind was the time to prepare myself. because I knew that immediately I hit gold, I'm moving to a next level. And at that next level, you couldn't be lacking certain amount of knowledge. So during the downturns when it was not happening, I was working behind the scenes. I
And it
was
took a long
learning.
while.
Yes, I was learning, and I will fight it. I remember in April I did the training on I think there was this fast training I did in April, serious one, and I bet that April I'm hitting it, and then April just came and passed, and then I was like, why? How did it happen? But I realized there was a lot of learning going on. I realized there was a lot of knowledge. There were a lot of things, even at the back office, that I was now trying to extend to get the understanding of it. So a lot of people didn't even realize that I was in a lower rank, because I have prepared myself to be with the table of the big people. So that when I get there, I will fit in. Because when you go and you have been called to a very big dinner, like I'm in Ashanti region, so let's say Oktumfo has called you, and you get there and you just don't know how to live with royals, and you're not going to learn your way around it, you won't fit in. So you prepare yourself to fit into the category you want to be in. So I was just preparing myself, because I know it will happen. The fact that it has not happened now doesn't mean it will not happen. It will happen. But how would I look when it happens? How would people see me? Imagine I never trained and I just came out today gold. People will be like, who is she? Where is she coming from? Where has she been? But now it's not news. A lot of people know this face. A lot of people know this name, and it's much easier. But
and you're not even talking like a gold. You are talking like a diamond.
Another thing that also pushed me to come here every day, even though I wasn't gold, was that visibility in our era is what makes everything. Visibility, how visible you are is what makes the change in everything we do now. So no matter how good you are, if you are hiding, if people don't know, if you are not bringing it out, how can we sell your value for you? Because there are a lot of people who have seen this platform and are connecting me to other things because they have seen me. So if they don't see me, how would they connect with me? So I believe that no matter where I am, picture if you remember, Prof, I virtually begged my way and walked my way to the maniac. And there were a lot of things I had to do. It was planned because I was like, I want to be in the midst of the people who are making it.
I remember even in the insider, where I insisted that everybody in the media must be in the insider. You told me that, oh, is there no way to get out of this? I said, no, and you had to push yourself to be in.
Yes, because if you want to be, if you want to be at the top has a specific category of things that are done there. People there have direction. People there are moving. People there know what they are about. So you can't just join them. If you don't earn it, you can't be there. If you don't earn it, you can't be there. People will not just like you to be part of them just because they like you. No, you have to prove your way. You have to prove yourself that you are worthy. In tree, we say, so if you want to eat with the adults, you have to know how to wash your hands. You can't come with dirty hands and all fingers grown, and then you want to come and dip your hand in the food. No.
Okay, so on this basis, what will you tell people who are nothing yet, or are just bronze, or have been bronze for a long time, or are just silver and have been silver or copper for a long time? What would you want to tell them?
Leadership here has nothing to do with rank. Exactly. It has nothing to do with rank. It's your ability, your willingness, your commitment. Just show up yourself. Please, I want to be part. I know that sometimes we even post on the pages, if you want to be interviewed. If I wasn't here already, me, I always take that chance and be interviewed. Even if I don't know what I'm coming to say, I will be here anyway. Yeah. I will be here because two things will happen. One, you will get off the fear of not showing your face. And once you are able to get off that fear, a lot of things will follow you. A lot of things. Because a lot of people are shying away from letting people see them. And they don't know that you being seen is what is hiding all the goodies in you. So show yourself the way it is. Don't be worried about how it will be, it will look. I normally don't worry about outcomes.
I have focused now on actions. I put in the action, the outcome, I give it time. If it works out, fine. If it doesn't work out, I learn. So that is one thing that has pushed me, though I was not gold, I was always showing my face and pushing myself. At a point, let me even state this, at a point, I had a big challenge. My laptop was not working well. The internet was a challenge. And I wanted to bring up this as an excuse that, oh, because of that, I can't present and all that. Then I went back to myself and I said, no. How long would you be giving this excuse? Find a way. However you have to find it, find it. There were days I'm presenting and my network will go off. At least people know that it's not my fault. The network went off. The day we were doing that fire training, you see, it was going back and forth, but still, I went ahead with it because I have told myself that I'm at a point where I'm finishing. I'm not starting. I am finishing. And I'm finishing this in a style. In style. In style. Yes.
And you see, one of the things I've seen is that you are not just doing GotBackUp. You are a lecturer. You are a midwife. Tell me about that. What exactly goes into what you do?
A lot goes into what I do. In my school, I teach. I'm a lecturer, basically. And I also coordinate a lot of activities in the school. For instance, our school have partnership with other schools abroad. So I'm the one in charge of the international relations. And you know, when you're having partnership, it deals with a lot of emailing, it deals with a lot of interactions. And you know, for the people abroad, they always have timely conversations. And you can't delay in replying some of these messages, these emails, and these feedback that you have to give. So that is a very big chunk of work that I do that takes a lot of time. And that is the part
people don't see. They don't also see that.
Yeah. There's a lot of activities around that. But the point
you are
is
an
that
MC. You are an MC. I mean, how can a woman like you who is going to radio be an MC?
Okay. You see, personally, one thing that I learned early in life, I was a very timid girl.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I was a very timid girl based on the background I was coming from. But at a point in school, I think primary, I realized that the more timid you are, the more people don't even like you. The more people will not even come close to you.
Say that again. Like, the more what? The more what?
The more timid. Like if you are timid, you are not outgoing. People want to be friends with you. You're shy. They don't want to be friends with you. And those who are bold, outgoing, sometimes you know that you're even intelligent than them. They answer the questions wrongly, but yet they are bold to answer the questions. And sometimes I know the answers to the questions, but I will be afraid to answer. So one day I decided that no, I want to be bold. I just want to be bold because I see that when you are bold, it's much easier to have a lot of things around you. So I started answering questions in class, and it happens to be like, wow, you are clever. People see that you are smarter than this person. And then I realized that a lot of people were coming close to me. A lot of people were coming close, even at that little age. People like people who are visible. People like people who are outspoken, who are I said, oh, this area is nice. It's a domain I want to be in. I don't want to back down. So I remember the very first time my mom came to our school to visit, and they told her that I was the leader of a Jama group. She was shocked because at home, nobody knew I talk. And I had gone that wild because I realized that the timidity was taking a lot from me. It was taking a lot. It was taking a lot from me. And a lot was being lost because of that. And for that reason, I decided that not anymore. So if you are here and that is a part of you, say no more. Come out. Come out. There's a lot inside of you. And so when I did that, anytime there is a program, I want to do something in that program. I want to be part of
you want to let them see that you have arrived.
I'm there. Me too, I came.
Like a
so
woman.
I'll find a job. I'll find a way to get a job within the yeah. So whatever is happening, even if you are not calling me, I'll come and find job. I'll find job for myself, and I'll tell you, oh, I can do. You remember it's the same way I did for Maniac. I called you. I said, okay, what's going on? You're applying. I said, the Maniac. No, what is it? Then you say, oh, you have to do this. I say, hey, I didn't know. I'm not sure. Can I even do all these things he's asking me before I become a maniac? But I was like, I want to know what is inside that thing. I want to be there. So that has been my style, because I feel like the top people, they always have their connections, they have their dream, they have their vision, they have everything. So why be in the lower group? That one is everyday thing. Everybody is there. So I decided not to be ordinary. That an ordinary girl with an extraordinary.
Write it there. Don't be ordinary. Write it there.
Yes. I wanted to be an extraordinary person with just an ordinary personality. So wherever I find myself, I make sure it's intentional. I make sure I am visible. You will see me that I'm there. I'm there. I have to be known. Yes. Even if it's for nothing, just know my name, that I existed there. Exactly. Because that alone can be a good signal for somebody. Because when they are looking for people, they're asking for who they know. So the name that keeps ringing every day is, oh, have you thought of Rita? Have you thought of Dr. Koe? Have you thought of Dr. Hansen? Have you thought of Enyonam? Because these are the names that are very frequent on our lips. Yeah. And people remember you for that. So don't hide, please. Do not hide. I wasn't this vocal. I wasn't this active. I was very shy at the beginning. But thankfully, I got out of that in a very younger age. And I never went back to that. I never went back.
And it's helped you big time. Okay?
Yeah, I never went back.
It's so interesting. The same thing. When people see me talk, they say, oh, I saw what they did. But I was also a very shy guy. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Very, very shy. Very, very shy. The shortest, the smallest, the kiddie boobs. And yes, I decided to come out. My father said that if you don't come out of your shell, they'll always bully you. They'll always molest you. I was very, very tiny. And everybody was knocking me. I said, hey, I had to come out. And that is what has brought me far. It's taken me so many places in the world. So being shy is a disease.
Yes, a serious disease.
It's a cancerous disease that we don't even be proud and say that I am introvert, I'm shy, I don't know how to talk to people, and this. They will not help. It's never helped. It's never helped. That is why Jesus had to come out. Even if he doesn't want to come out, he had to come out and do that. Fantastic. So I hope that her network has not gone off. Okay, but even if it is, she's going to come back. But it's because I have some pictures of her that I want to be showing. There are some of them she's not even aware that I'm going to show to the rest of you. Don't be ordinary, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be ordinary. Rita started this thing for over 7 months. She was never able to rise up, but she was acting as though she was gold. She was acting as though. I remember when she told me, Doc, I share Patebeba. And the only way for it to happen is that I cannot keep quiet. I have to keep training. And the more she kept training, she was training like a diamond, and yet she was not even gold. She was training like a diamond, and yet she was not even gold. And life is in such a way that the more you bring out yourself there, the more you give yourself, the more you talk to people, the more, sometimes when you are talking and giving commendation, people think that now this one to who is he? Which rank has he got? It's not about a rank. Leadership is a state of the mind. Leadership is a service. So that's really, really good. Okay, Rita, you are back now, aren't you?
Am I back? Okay, sorry, my internet is off.
So let me go to you. You are a midwife, okay? You are a midwife, you are a lecturer, you are a mother of 4, you are an international woman, you are an MC. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that is Rita. That is you doing makeup. How did that come in?
Okay. You see, you have to take your chances in life. You just have to take your chances. And for me, I have always believed that it's best to position myself for the opportunity, because it is you that waits for the opportunity, not the opportunity that waits for you. So the makeup thing came in at a point where normally you have a very early event to attend, and then you want somebody to have a makeup for you, and it's like it's too early for them to come to you. Or for those you want to have the services from, will charge you higher because they are coming to your house to do it for you, and the cost was so high. So looking at the costs I will incur in getting somebody come do it in my house for me, I put that together, and then rather
once we are talking, the lady who is sitting there, that is the same lady, ladies and gentlemen. That is after she has dressed the lady.
No. This one is a client. This is someone I did it. Yes, this is someone I did the makeup for. She was going for a program.
Okay.
Yes, so this is a client. So I worked. This is my work. Like one of the things
work I did. Makeup work to your work.
Yes.
And doing all of this.
The makeup zone is a very good area because the school I'm in is a single sex school, all females, and we have over 4,000 population. And these students, they like to look good, especially when we are having events. And it happens that sometimes they don't know how to put it together and all that. And at a point, myself, services that you are getting from people who are coming to do these things for you were going higher and higher. So I realized that, okay, if I can do it for myself, and then I don't have to pay for it, and I can do it anytime I want it. And I got a very good brand from Max International. So sometimes, even when I go for a program, I can do the makeup overnight and sleep and wake up the next morning, and it will look good for me to go so that I won't be late for the event. So when I did that for myself for a while, people started like, oh, how your makeup is nice, it looks good. I said, oh, okay.
Exactly.
And once you have the knowledge in how to balance and financial education, you know that you can tap into some of these things and convert them into a business. So I said, okay. If people say
let me go back to I remember when you were struggling to get people into doing this business.
Yeah.
And you started talking to me. Look, you tried though.
I've tried so much.
You remember when you were knocking on doors in the University of Ghana?
I'm sure I forgot. I still had a video of that somewhere. I'll look for it one of these days. So this is what happened.
House to house.
This is what happened. I have spoken to virtually all the people around me, and they were all not showing up any sign of registering. So one evening, I dressed up and took my bag and then went out at the graduate block, because I know that for the graduate block, most of the people that are workers, they are working. So definitely they can. And when I got there, I was going with the intention that I'll meet people around, but I realized people were not there. And I said, oh, once I've come, they were inside their rooms. And I said, okay, once I'm here, no, I just have to make I can't go back. The reason I came here is to look for people to talk to. So I just have to get the people to talk to.
You put shyness away.
Oh, no, there is no shyness anymore. For the shyness, there is not part of the deal now. So I went upstairs and I started knocking at doors. So I will knock and people will open. And I have mastered the craft. So most of the doors I knocked, they opened and let me in. I just said, oh, hello, you look good. It's been a while. And some of them feel like I'm on the block with them. So, oh, are you on this block? I said, not really. Can we have a chat for a minute? Sometimes like they are skeptical, but they feel like, who is this? And like, okay. Then they will let me in. Once they do, I take the opportunity. I have the laptop with me. I'll open my laptop. And that time we didn't even have a lot.
Laptop.
Oh, yes, I had my presentation. Then I'll just open the presentation. And at that time, I think you were silver also. I'll just show, do you know this man? They'll say, oh, no, Rita, this man is...
So that must be a long time. Long
time. I said, do you know this man? They said, no, I don't. I said, oh, this man, he's a lecturer in this university. And look at him well, because I'm coming to say something about him to you. So because I mentioned that, then it's like people's attention will come small. Then I said, look at him. Do you see this man in this? Then I'll show a bit of the things you've done. And then it's okay. So what is that? I say, aha, now that we are coming to business. Then they give me the attention. So through that, I had a lot of contacts. And most of them were foreigners. You know, there are a lot of foreign students, Liberia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and all that. I haven't converted most of that, but I think in the past few weeks, most of them have started chatting me because I saw they have started watching my posts on the status, and they started seeing that the same thing I spoke to them about. It's like I keep doing it, and they keep seeing different things about it.
You haven't stopped what you started.
Yes, and that is one cue. A lot of the people you have spoken to who are not minding you, they are looking at your own conviction about the thing. Are you still on it? Or years are not even posted. Then they think, oh, I didn't know okay, you know, but they see that consistently I'm posting. And there were a lot of them that I thought were not even reading. It was on recently, some of them would chat me, hey, so the business is still there. Then I said, yes, Liberia is hitting. People are hitting it in Liberia, and I will show Calvin and all the people there. That is why knowledge is important. That is why visibility is. Do you even know the people in other countries in this team? Do you know them?
Exactly.
If somebody is talking to you from Liberia, can you connect them to another Liberia person? You know them. So it is important. So I went in there seriously to knock at people's doors. And people opened me. I have a few people who rejected and said, no, they are not ready now. I said, okay, thank you. Can
you've done well. See, let me tell you why I say you've done well. Because it's not easy for a girl.
Yes.
To go. I mean, girls are the ones who are used to men coming to them.
Yeah.
Not you going to men or people to knock on their doors. Like, I mean, goodness me. So it takes a lot of conviction, humility, desire, belief, and faith to be able to do what you did.
And most of the people I spoke to, I think 90% of them were men. 90% were men. Most of the people who did not allow me in were ladies. The ladies were not comfortable allowing me, but the men were ready. Most of them. And they could see that my intentions were so clear that I think most of them didn't have a lot of doubt or because I come so real and the posture was positive for them to know that there's something. Because I just sit down, they open the laptop. And the first thing that saved me was your face. So I'll be like, do you know this lecturer? They'll be like, not really. Are you in the business school? No. Oh, okay, that's why. He's in the business school. So that time you were my sales point. It was really working for me. And a couple of them, oh, I know him, I know this man. I said, hey, if you know this man, worry not. God, this man, this man has vision. This man is taking us to the next level. I don't want you to miss it because if he's a lecturer here in this university and he is bringing up something, I will follow him just like that. So a couple of them, and I like the fact that most of them were returning my calls and say, okay, give us time. And I know for sure, one day I'll sign some of those people into the team. I'll sign them.
So the goal that somebody is seeing today, it didn't just happen.
No, it didn't happen just like that.
There was growth down there.
A lot.
There was watering. There was fertilizing. There was planting, fertilizing, watering, planting, fertilizing, watering. That was happening down there behind the scenes before the fruit of harvest actually came. Okay. So what would you tell someone? Because honestly, I remember when I told you that I've seen your gold. I said, oh, you remember the first thing I said, finally, oh.
It's about to go down. Yes, finally. It's been long overdue. Finally.
But it looks like, you see, Rita, you've done well. Let me tell you why. Because there were people that started before you.
Yeah.
They started before you. They went to bronze. They went to copper. And they did not stay long. And then they left. Because they were looking at immediate gratification.
Yes.
But you, it wasn't that great. You were already having the joy of not the rank, but something else. What was keeping you going?
You see, there's a lot of growth and personal development in GotBackUp. I'll give you 3 things that I have benefited being in GotBackUp. One of them is my own personal peace of mind. Before GotBackUp, I was somebody who is outspoken, and the challenge of people who are very outspoken is that when you are in your down moments, it's hard.
Yes.
Because sometimes you don't know who to share with. And sometimes when you
Okay,
are even
right.
sharing.
Sometimes I don't want to talk on the page. I don't want to talk. I told them, I want to talk. But I come and, realize I was talking. It says, you can't stop.
You can't stop. So the fact is, when you are out like that and you are in your down moment, it's very challenging. Because one, you find it difficult to share because people know that you're always strong, but you can't be strong forever. And another, you can't be strong forever. So when you go to that down moment, you also need somebody to push you up, to give you that push. And mostly there are some people that even in your down moments, you can't show it to them, like your kids. Some family members, there are some people who depend on you because the moment they see that you are going down, it's like they lose hope. So you still have to show faith, but you need that bridge of people that will still be there for you, that you can talk to. And that was the family I found here. There were down times in my life that I'll just read the messages on the pages, watch some of the videos, and that alone would just uplift my soul. And then I will wake up again. There were moments I will cry, and then I'll just see one person's message and it just lifts my soul, and I'm up again. So that is one. The second thing is that I have always loved to be on social media because I've told you visibility is the thing. I started social media seriously in 2020 after the COVID because I realized during the COVID, a lot of people made a lot of money. Those who were stuck on social media. So I started mine. But looking at what I do so many things. So I have found it very difficult focusing on a niche area that I can stand. But thankfully, within the past few months, I've been able to locate my niche. And very, very so please, my social media handle, Obasima Rita, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the social Obasima Rita, please go and search and like because very soon I'll be posting a lot of beautiful things. I've just found my name. And let me tell you how I found it. There was a video from the Insider that was speaking about social media visibility. And the lady.
By the way, for those of you who don't know about Insider, Insider is a group that has been created by Eric Warren. And we have formed the Ghana version of it because we have paid for a year. It's just $89 for a whole year. And we have paid for it to be part of the Insider. Like we get training from Eric every day. And that is what is stimulating our mind. Please move on.
So that training, the woman was able to tease out that if you have a lot of things, multiple things, you still have to start with one. And then the others will blend in. So that was how I was able to figure it out. And then when the video of you starting with your own story came up, then I look at myself from my birth all the way now, and I realized that I am a full story, like a story. Every stage of my life, there is a big story. Even my music, there's a lot of stories around it. Everything around me, stories. So I realized, there is so much of stories. So I have found a niche area, and that is one thing I'm so glad about because for years I've been galloping here. I moved to a relationship, I moved to this, I moved to that. I couldn't focus, but now I'll be launching very soon a very great brand that I know that brand is going to stay for a very long time. And the last thing is I've been able to figure out a direction for myself. How I can position myself. I can now have, at first it was difficult for me to give out my 5-year plan, like, how do you call it, projection, what I want to be in 5 years, 10 years and all that. Now it's very clear. So the direction for my path is clear with the knowledge.
So let me get something. How did you get all of these directions? Where are you getting them from?
You see, the platforms that we have on GotBackUp, the people we have, you cannot underestimate any of them. We have amazing people here. And if you are joining our trainings, every single day, there is some good golden knowledge that you will get here. Golden knowledge. So I don't miss out. If I miss out, I go and watch the replay. Because I want to know what went on that day. And people like Madam Vera Gavor, Irene, Dr. Hansens, Dr. Boss Lady Enyonam, and all they spill out. And sometimes when they are speaking, this is knowledge. They've learned. And I love to be part of that. There are books that are recommended, and I try to get, and one of them I will recommend, this one. I love it. The Psychology of Money. The book is lovely for me. This year is one of my picks. And these have, because at first, recommend books and all those things. We'll be reading things, but we didn't know which ones will give you value.
Exactly.
Anything, you are just reading anything, watching anything. But now, even on social media, I'm picky. I don't just watch any video or anything. There are serious things I follow to build myself. And I don't just go to waste money and credit. I go for knowledge. And the opener was this platform. The GotBackUp platform was the opener. And I have taken much advantage of that opener. And every little information that is put on this platform, thankfully, I have the cloud. I can save a lot of them. So I keep almost everything. Sometimes I'll just screenshot people's short messages as a picture so I can save it, just to have it. So I have had that because of the training.
So if I were to understand, whilst your rank wasn't coming, you have seen a lot of nuggets within the GotBackUp community, apart from the service, apart from the people, apart from the self-development, apart from the connection. You were getting a lot from this business, even when you had not gotten much of the money. And that was enough, somebody would say, bellet, for you to tighten yourself. And it kept you going. And so even before the gold came, you had already benefited as a golden woman.
Yes. So much. It's so much than the gold. Because now, I'm telling you that within a couple of years, there's a lot around me that I figured out how to monetize. A lot. I figured out a lot of things. There are a lot of partnerships I figured out. There are a lot of things I figured out. But these things I couldn't have thought of if not for this GotBackUp. I didn't really know much about how to convert some of these things into other ways, into branding and all that. So I'm putting a lot of serious work. Even my music, I'm going to rebrand, recreate a lot of things. Because at that time, there were so many things, but I didn't know how to factor them into segments so that they will all synchronize to make sense to everybody around. Because I love all the things I do, and I didn't want to lose any. So the knowledge we get here, it's
okay.
Awesome.
So Rita, let me ask you, how has, I mean, it's one thing to join these things and be typing here, and then to be listening and always saying, oh, but I'm also always joining and listening. How important is it for a person not only be listening, but prepare his heart and mind to do some, to present and to train? How do you think that has been very significant towards your progress?
The learning is in the doing. How are you saying you are learning when you are not doing the thing? There's only one way to learn, to do it, to know whether you can or you can't. So for me, I get the knowledge and I try it. I go and try it. So if I try it and it doesn't work out, then I find the other way, because there's always another way around it. So sometimes I will even figure out another version of what the person told.
Before you continue, you know why I'm asking this question? There are people who are good, but they are yet to train. There are people who are silver, but they are yet to train. There are people who are bronze, but they are yet to train. But you, when you were none of these, you were still coming in to train. You were still coming in to train. You are still coming in to train. So it means that a person can be nothing, no rank, like you said before, and the person can be a leader, because leadership is you leading yourself, not you getting the rank first. So, so what would you say to those of us who are hiding behind the scenes and always watching and joining, always watching and joining? What would you say? Her network is gone off again. Okay, let me read some of the messages there before she comes out. She's Fort Williams is a woman of a way maker with priceless confidence and outspoken. Thank you, madam. Okay, Fulara says it's just mind-blowing. Dr. Dorothy, that the learning is in the doing. The learning is in the doing. And it's so true. The learning is in the doing. Okay. So, Rita, what would you say to the people who are good, though? Like some are powerful people in their jobs. Some are wonderful people in their churches. Some are great women. Some are great men in their homes and in their houses and in their churches and in their jobs. What would you want to tell such people in terms of that doing?
Your ability gets improved with teaching.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Your ability, whatever is in you that you can do, will get better if you are sharing that with another person, not when you are keeping it. Not when you are keeping it. So if you are somebody who is good at talking to someone, motivating them, and that motivation is within your heart, how do you improve? You cannot. So the only way you can improve yourself, when you give, it's a simple principle God has given. Give, and it shall be given to you. So the giving is in everything. Your knowledge, your time, your ability, your everything. So what can you give here? Some people are good. They can type a lot on the platforms, and they are typing every day. Some people are presenting, but whichever category you find yourself, you can learn and add on to become better. Focus on the action. You see, the very first time I did a studio presentation like this, myself, I was shaky because I wasn't sure how to navigate the whole studio, and it was a bit confusing. But now, if I log into the studio, I know what to do. Do you know that this studio will not just help me in GotBackUp, but when I am doing my own YouTube channel, I now know how to navigate life. And this knowledge is going to transcend into my personal business. How to position myself on screen. Sometimes you sit and you're told, no, you've turned, you do the turn your camera this way, all that. These things I'm learning, I am going to do it in my own field, personally. So if you are just there and you said, okay, as for me, I always join. You have been joining, but because you are not giving, your value will depreciate. Appreciate your value. If you are not giving out, you depreciate your value. Because if you have money and you just dump it in a place and you don't invest it, you don't put it in anything, that money will depreciate. The next 10 years, that money will be of no value. So if you have value in you and that value is just in a simple place and you have covered it and it's in you, it will depreciate. So you have to appreciate your value, but give it. Come out. Don't be afraid. Come on. I don't think anybody will squeeze you for the fact that you presented and something did. Sometimes when I listen, I normally will listen back to my own. This way I said it. I should have said it this way. And that is the improvement I get, because now I know how to speak it this way than that way. But if you have never tried it, it is no way. In our profession, the skill that we get, the acquisition of that comes only by hands-on training. You can learn labor, how to deliver a woman in your room every day for 3 years. When they put you in front of somebody, you cannot deliver the person. The only way to do it is to do the action. So if you are here, you are silver, you are not training. You are gold, you are not training. When will you train? If we go for Diamonds Retreat and we have met with US, Canada, Australia, me, I anticipate where we will go. Yes. Then they call you, Diamond Rita, please, can you share it? Then this is the time you are now coming to fidget. Can you imagine yourself? Get it now. Make the mistakes now, because we are going to that world platform. I see a lot of future for GotBackUp Africa because we are doing a lot. We are doing a lot. And on that global stage, we will be the people to be speaking. Learn to speak now. Learn to speak now. Learn to speak now. It's not about how everybody's demeanor is different. The way I'm speaking, I'm not expecting that you be, because me, when I'm speaking, is fire. I follow Dr. KOA like that. It's fire like that. But some people are very, I like people like Dr. Hansen, Madam Irene. They are calm in their tone, but yet they are powerful.
Words, yes.
I am loud. So your style is unique. Boss lady, anyone has their own style. What is your own style? What is your own style? Have your own style. You are special. You are unique. There was something I read from the psychology of, and he said that, remember, you are not a spreadsheet. You are a person. You are a person, an emotional being. You're not a spreadsheet. Just to be on one table for people to be writing on you. You are a person. Come out of that shell. That's the only way. You yourself, you will see yourself. Now, the person I have become, It's more important than even this gold rank I've achieved. Because let me tell you, the platforms I can mount, the places I can be, the things I can do now from my mind, I have already won. Most of the battles of my life, I've won. Because I see it is doable, it's possible. Just for the fact that I try it. So try. There is no harm. Nothing will happen to you. So please present. Present. Start it anyhow you can. Present. Just present. Get the slides and say it however you understand it. If you do it once, if you do it twice, if you do it 3 times, I'm telling you, you will get better. Nobody got better in their room.
It's even more interesting when a person is told that, look, even if you don't want to present yet, come and to the studio and be interviewed.
Yes.
Come to the studio and be interviewed. And sometimes I'm just waiting for somebody to just knock on my DM and say, Doc, can I be interviewed?
Yeah.
Can I? Because the interview is not going to cheer your mouth, or it's not going to turn your head backward. It's just going to ask you, why did you join GotBackUp, and what are you enjoying after you join? That alone will dissipate and kill the fears away from you. And the next time you come, and the next time you come, and the next time you come, and you keep coming, and you keep coming, and you keep coming. And over time, you begin to see value within you. See, you will spot value. You will see nuggets inside of you. So this business, see, Rita, I told you, the reason why we can't stop talking is because we are benefiting.
Yes, definitely.
It's not like as for us that we don't have anything to do, and all we can do is talking on the page.
You benefit more, you get more.
So Richard, why didn't I talk? But this afternoon, I rather did a video that you are going to do a presentation and that I want people to come. Why didn't I just type it? But I did a video to say that.
You see,
but if somebody has to do a video, Keke, when you tell the person, do a video, just take your phone and do this. Hello, everybody. I'm just happy. And I just want to tell all of you that I'm just happy. Just saying that alone would take away your fears. But a lot of people are afraid to do that thing that would take away the fear.
Yes.
They are afraid to take that same thing that will take away the fear. And that is why it is always important to put yourself out there. And I've seen that you've been consistently putting yourself out there. You've been consistent, okay? Putting yourself out there, training people, doing the presentation, doing all kinds of things there. Now, let me go back to your team. Because at some point, it looked as though the team wasn't really functioning.
Yeah.
It looked as though it was fun. And sometimes when you have brought people and they are not functioning, if you don't take care, it will torpedo you yourself.
Yes.
How did you navigate around that?
Great. It's interesting, like as a leader.
And Dorothy has a story here too.
Yes. As a leader, you are leading, regardless of how it is going to unfold. And this is not just a bed of roses. Now, at a point, do you know that I will post in the morning, and the next morning, the next day, my own post is still the only post. No post is there. I'm the only one talking on the page. Wow. And then I will post the next day, no post. I will send personal messages, no post. At a point, I will call for the meetings, a few people will show up and all that. So I decided in my mind that if I don't take care, like you're saying, myself, I will sag into this zone, and that will be it. So I took it upon myself that the people are not seeing me moving. Perhaps they think it's not working. So instead of focusing on everybody, because I tried so many times. Yes, I must say that there have been people also who have been very consistent, though they haven't seen results. I will mention Akosia, I will mention Laurentia. They have been very consistent with a lot of things. Then the other team members, sometimes they come around, but I took it upon myself that the team members you have today, the next morning you wake up, they can all decide to leave.
Exactly.
But the point is, you, the leader, what will happen if all your team members leave? Will you say that, oh, my team members, they have all left? This GotBackUp business, they've made it in such a way that you alone can build to diamond. You alone. Helping everybody get along is very beautiful. But if the people are not willing, keep going. Keep going. Show them the way. You know, after the gold came, you see now my page, there's some fire in the page. Everybody is typing.
Yes, I could see it.
Yes.
I could see it.
Yes. And I like the energy because I have to let them see it to know that, yes, it's possible. It's happening. It's possible. It's happening. One guy I prospected, he's been watching my status every day. And you know, when people sign and when people hit ranks, I will be posting them on my status. Then he said, what rank are you? Then I said, I'm silver. He said, so all these people you are posting, you are still silver. I thought you have gone up, I said, don't worry, I'll go up. I'll go high up. So just keep watching and you will see. And he messaged me, hey, I see that you've gone up. Yes. So the team is there. We are always going to give the support. But the dependency, like I said a time ago, dependency is a disease. If you are depending on your members to move, that will be a problem. So wherever you are now, take it upon yourself that me, I am hitting it. The people who come along with you, go with them. Yes, go with them. Those who are not willing to go with you, leave them. Maybe at their own time. Everybody have their own time. There are some people who will be here for years, but it will take them maybe the third year to realize themselves. And leave people to be themselves. Guide them, give them the focus, but don't down yourself with them. Move ahead. So now I have moved and I will keep moving. Everybody in my team, if you are here, I am ready because I have shown you the possibility. You too can do it. I will show you how to do it. I will help you to do it, but I cannot do it for you. You have to do it yourself. You have to figure it out yourself by asking the right question, by doing the right things. So definitely, even if I wake up the next morning and everybody has left, I'll still keep going. That is the mindset.
That is my mindset too. That's my mindset. Because, see,
that's my mindset. Because it can happen. It can happen. You can wake up and everybody is gone.
This is the point I had in mind, which was the reason why I was registering by heart. Because let me tell you, you and the people you have brought, who do you think can register more? It's you.
Yeah.
You are the one who should be able to register more than the people you have brought. So if the people are not registering, what do? You go and do your thing. Think and act as though you have nobody.
Yes.
And in your mind, you got to act like you are starting afresh. Because if you always say, Charlie, I'm looking for one man who knows, like I'm looking for Canadian Japan. When I register Canadian Japan, the way I'll get people. So you are sitting down there waiting for a Canadian Japan to be able to become diamond. It won't happen. It won't happen because that Canadian Japan's his spirit is not your spirit. His dream is not your dream. Where you want to go black diamond, he might not be wanting to go there. So the fact that he's popular and he's well known doesn't mean that he's going to take you to your promised land. You have your promised land. He has his own promised land. So you got to act as though you have nobody. And when I made up my mind that, look, hey, whether the person has become, I remember I used to have a team member who got to a leadership point, and that team member made it look like, without me, you can't move on. Without me, you can't move on. So
wrong mindset.
Move on again. I forgot that person and help those that were willing and that. So if you are in this business and you are talking to your people, keep going, keep going, and let them see that you are going. Don't hide. Let them see that you are doing. When you have good news, give it to them. When you have wonderful news, give it to them. When you want to talk, keep talking to them. They will not mind you. But some way, somehow, the book called The Alchemist, the universe will hear you.
Yes,
the universe,
definitely.
They will listen. People will come. People will not. The people you've spoken to, you thought they are not watching. They are watching. Once your goal is announced, once it is on your status, once it's on your social media, once people begin to see, I'm telling you, the day I became Black Diamond, I registered more people than I could imagine. Abisolo also said the same thing. When he became Ruby, the people who said that they women joined that, they started coming. So people, and even those in his team who were down, they were acting Kosciuszko-like. They started becoming, not more Kosciuszko-like, vegetables again, because success is infectious. Talk, my dear.
Yes, let me talk. You mentioned Abisolo and something click. So do you know that we have something in common? Abisolo and myself, we come from the same hometown, from the Bono region, and we attended the same senior high. So 2 weeks ago, we had a conversation. We had planned to go and do some presentations in our hometown because I have some prospects there. And at a point, we couldn't make it. So he called me and said, what is happening? You have to hit the rank. And I said, my people, he said, forget the people. Forget the people and do the work. You have to do the work. And I said, my boss, I'm ready. Boss, I'm ready. So he gave me an assignment, showed me, when you want to hit the rank, you do this, you do this, you do this. I said, yes, boss. And I just carried the orders of Abisolo. Because this is a one-man recruiter who just said, I'm going to hit, and he will hit.
Exactly.
So if he tells me something, who am I not to follow? So it's really that thing that he said, forget everybody and wake up. And wake up.
It depends on you.
And wake up. And start building. And the people will wake up. Your people, they will wake up. They will wake up. That is exactly how he said it. They will wake up. So get the gold, master, get the gold. I said, wow, I'll get the gold. So when the gold hits, I said, this is my boss. It's like he's a prophet now. So it is true. The people are watching. I'm telling you, most of the people are watching us to see. They want to see if we are giving up because they are not sure. You see, they don't want to lose. Oh. Everybody doesn't want to lose, but they are looking at whether it will work or it will not work. So once you keep showing that it's working, then they know, hey, Charlie, the thing. If I don't join, it's like this thing, I go lose. So let's keep the focus. If your team members are not working, keep working. Work with them. Some are willing, yes. Those who are willing, help them. Those who are willing and ready, help them. Those who are not willing and ready, let them be. Maybe at their own time, they will come. When they come, we embrace them. But until then, we will keep moving. We will keep moving.
It's so true. There was someone who was unwilling for almost a year, and the person even told me that you are worrying me. Ade, go back up by force. By force. And I said, okay. So I decided that I'll not send a message to the person because the person is angry about the message I sent. And so I pulled off small. And at that time, I was Sapphire. And look, sometimes people may act as though they are doing you a favor. They are doing you a favor.
Yes.
Like you need me to move up
so that you can rise. Some of them say, when we come there, you make money.
What a small mind! What a small mind for a person to have that you need me to rise up. But the thing is that before you were rising up already in life, okay, so we don't need you to rise up. But it's a small mind. Nobody should ever have that thinking. Anyway, so I was a Sapphire, and then boom, I moved to Ruby. The person, I wasn't still minding the person. Boom, I moved to Diamond. Then when I got to the Diamond, the person messaged me, congratulations. I said, we thank God. Then the person said, hey, so what are you doing to me? I said, now you have come. I did not speak negatively. I just told the person, now Aquaba. Okay. So your success will attract the right people. It will bring the right energy around you. Don't give up.
No.
Don't give up. Hey, don't give up. Sometimes your own home, I'm telling you, sometimes my wife, my family members, my brothers, the kind of things they will say against you, you will give up. Your colleague lecturers, your professor, the kind of things they will say, the kind of things people have told me, you will give up. Sometimes your own team members across within, the kind of things they will do to you, you send them a message, they will not even mind you. Don't give up. If God has not given up on you, don't give up on you.
Yeah.
And Rita, you're so strong because I remember, you know, one day I sat down and said, Richard went to speak to all these people in Lagos. She was knocking on doors and knocking on doors and knocking on doors and knocking on, and still God didn't mind. And I said to myself, this lady, I didn't tell you. I said, hey, this lady, she's a powerhouse. Somebody wrote it there. Terry said, you are a Chinese bamboo tree. That Chinese bamboo tree, 5 years, there was no springing up. And it was down there. Growth was happening. But because people were not seeing anything coming out, they thought the Chinese bamboo tree was dead.
Yeah.
And when you have arrived, sometimes you're right. The moment you start springing, the Chinese bamboo tree, once it springs now, within a period of 5 months, it grows 90 feet tall than all the trees that have been there for 20 years. It grows past all of them. And that is where God is about to raise you, Rita. When God is now about to raise you, that your raise will now go. And when you get to the diamond, people will say that, hey, but you should have forced me. You should have actually encouraged me. And things like that. You have shown clearly that it pays to stay and work even when it's not working.
Of course.
What would be your final message? One, for those who are doing this business and they are not seeing the result yet.
The results you are looking for is there. Here we already have the 100% score. We are just marking the script to give ourselves the score. If it has not happened, there are two things. Are you working and it's not happening? Or you are not working? If you are not working, then it will not happen. But if you are working and it hasn't happened, it is just a matter of time. Be patient enough to stay for that day. You too will be celebrated. You too will be celebrated. For me, I felt it in my deepest self. Be patient enough to wait for that day. You see, even if you are not working, don't quit. Hang in there. There can be just a day that will be your turning point. Just a day. And there is that story that says, if it's not working, one day more. Just one extra day more. Every little time you feel like stopping this, just tell yourself, one day more. And that one day more will carry you through. Because what we have seen here is not because I'm extra, I am powerful, I'm special. It is only because I'm putting in the little actions. So many times I have been inconsistent, but I've never stopped. Maybe I want to make 20 calls. I'm not able, but I'll do 5. Maybe I want to do a one-on-one presentation for 3 people. I'm not able, but I do 1. Maybe I'm supposed to do a follow-up for 4 people. I'm not able, but I do 1. So the little. Because if you stop all over, then you have to start all over. And that is very difficult. So
and by the way, when you say if you stop all over, that stopping all over is not renewing your account. Like your account has reached the point you have to renew and repay your 1,350 Ghana. And you say that because I have not made money, I will not pay.
I will not renew.
That's the worst thing one can ever do in this business.
Yes, because that means you have stopped. So make sure you stay in, because there have been people. If you remember the CEO story, he said he was in a business and he stayed for 1 whole year without getting him. And then within a month, everything changed. Within a month, he rolled in about 300 to 400 people. This is what this type of business shows us, that possibility can happen within a split of second. One person alone can come in and change the whole game. You are the game changer yourself. You are the game changer yourself. Start with yourself. Let the action show in you and let the other people see what you can do. Then they will follow suit. If they don't follow you, keep going. If they follow you, keep going. Whatever it takes. Don't come this far to let go. We can never come this far just to back down. We have to get to the top. Because I see that there will be conferences in the USA. and we will represent. There will be conferences in Canada, and we will represent. There will be conferences across the Africa region, and we will represent.
The time will come when all the conferences are made.
Where will you be? God willing, on Thursday, I'm discussing on the training, investing in yourself and how it will pay off.
I love it. This lady is not relaxing. She's not
be
relaxing.
on that call and come and listen to how I have invested in myself and what are the things.
It's just crazy. And ladies and don't just forget that she is a midwife, she is a lecturer, she's a mother of 4 children, she is a musician, she is an MC woman, and she's a coordinator of the Global Germany blah 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 program. She is a multifaceted woman. Don't ever think that her life is all go back up. Okay, she is doing her best to make things happen. So this is an indication that all of us, in fact, I'm so inspired. I'm so inspired because sometimes some people think that we don't get down. Me, sometimes I get down. Sometimes I get down, I don't want to talk at all. But we get inspired like this to move on, to press on, and to fight whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be part of the maniacs, backstage me and let me tell you the rules of engagement. If you want to be part of being interviewed in the normal program and even here at training, backstage me and be desirous that you want to be seen. It is not a crime to be seen. Jesus wanted to be seen for a good cause. Even the Juju people want to be seen. Yeah? Even the Juju people want to be seen. How much more you with a good heart who doesn't want to be seen? So let this training be the alpha and the omega of your beginning. Let this June be the month where you are going to make a decisive decision and tell yourself, I will until. Even if I have to plug in and that, even if I need to talk to my family members all over again, even if I need to talk to my friends all over again, let them know that it's about to happen again. And if they don't listen to you, no matter what, who dare freaking talk anything negative against you, tell that person that you are not the last chapter of my life. I will go on all the way to the diamond with or without you. And that is the way to go. Rita, your final word.
I want to tell everybody here that have a plan for your life. But in that plan, think of the other plan that if the plan doesn't go as planned, you will utilize. The one that you are leaving at the center is God. Let God be the judge, put in the action. At the end of it all, your success will show and we will celebrate you. Never give up.
Wow, we will celebrate you. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the day that Evans Sechi. Evans.
Yes.
I'm waiting for the day that we will celebrate you like this. The day that you will come and tell your painful story. But also
it is happening.
Story, okay?
It will happen.
For the day that any number will celebrate your true diamond. I'm waiting for the day that Dr. Dorothy, your diamond will be on earth to the world. The day that Bernard Abugiri, we will smile at the joy of your moment. The day that Vera Gabo, we will actually usher you into the world of Emerald. That day, we are waiting for it. Abdul Latifu, you have started from the very beginning and never ever give up, because the thing clearly shows that you are also having your Chinese bamboo tree. Every one of us here who has been here from time immemorial with us, whether you are nothing or you are bronze, whether you are a diamond or you are a black diamond, do not forget that the journey is not now. The journey is forever. And so even if you have not reached your mountaintop will be reached, provided you remain consistent. Okay, it just tells me that sometimes when you, it's like when Jesus wanted it very quickly, and you know, but there's a time that he has to wait. But in the waiting for the time, he knew he was going to die, but that death will not come immediately. So he has to do something to preoccupy himself as he is waiting towards the act. Because if he doesn't do that to preoccupy himself, the enemy will make it look like, you know, Charlie, the thing, I'm afraid, though, I can't do it, though, I can't, hey, what if they kill me on? But because he busied himself, he was busy preaching, he was busy doing several other things, he didn't look, the time was flying so quickly, time was flying, and by the time he realized, he has achieved his purpose. And that is how.
Let me say my last word to my team. You see, the legacy team people, if you are here and you're listening, we have come this far. We have really come this far. And most of you, I know that you are great within your own selves. I want to help. I am ready, because at least it has been seen that it's possible. Let's come along, because you see, in the celebration mood, we don't go down, we move up. We move up. So once we are here, let's keep going. Let's see the corpus popping, boom, 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 so that we all rise together, because it's more beautiful when the people you started with move with you. So I'm ready for you. And this is to all of you, the support and all the things that you've done, all the people who have been talking and those who have not been talking. At least once you are in the team, you are part of this victory. And I'm proud of you all. And you do not want to give up on this, because one day you'll be sitting in a corner and you will regret. You will regret you gave up, because we are just starting. So I want to encourage you all to keep pushing. And I am ready. I'm really ready for you. Thank you all.
I'm coming in September, and I will shake things. My bones are even cracking. My bones are
mega programs.
I'll shake things. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I am begging all of you to rise up. Rise up. And you know, has said something, and I've kept it on the screen for a reason. Will Smith said it, the same thing. He said that suffering is a gift. Hey! Suffering is a gift. If you are struggling or suffering, it's a gift. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Because sometimes the only thing you need to get to where you want to go is suffering. Go and ask Jesus, he'll tell you. What brought him to the right-hand side of God, and he'll tell you. Suffering is a gift. And so, if it's all easy, rosy, you will never learn anything. You will never even appreciate it. If you can give birth in 7 days after getting pregnant, you can kill the child because you can get another child in 7 days. Suffering is a gift. So stay on track, stay on the course. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to thank Dr. Richard. I think that, no, seriously, I need to connect you to Dr. Charles Benning so that we can give you an honorary doctorate. No, I can show you. It's easy to get it if you want. We can give you an honorary doctorate.
You are used to the doctors because there are a lot of doctors here.
I'm awarding you doctor by force. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to say thank you so much to Rita for sharing her nuggets, sharing her celebration with us. We will begin to celebrate all those who are showing clearly that they are ready for this. They are ready for this. They are fully ready and willing to sacrifice themselves for other people. If we do that, we will fly. We, the African continent, will take this on a whole new level. Thank you all very much indeed. Thank you, Dr. Dorothy. Thank you, all the leaders of the Mania. Thank you, Mrs. Anyana Mepifanya. Thank you, Dr. Jimanyabua. Thank you, Benjamin Chumasi. Oh, that guy. Thank you so much, Bernard Owusu-Frimpong. Thank you, Vera. Thank you, Abdul Latifu. Thank you, Benjamin Kuma. Okay, for all your comments. Fulera has been instrumental. Anamo Benjamin, thank you so much. Ivan Sachi, thank you very much. Thank you, Emmanuel Kobe Donko. Thank you, Henry Modoga. Thank you, Bernard Abugri. Thank you, every single person who has been here. Let's go tell the world that we still have a better way. Thank you all, and have a wonderful evening. And bye-bye.